Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan Yokome with Money and Miracles Breakthrough Coaching, shooting a video for you today here in my Bliss Room in Vancouver, Canada. Chris and I are off to San Diego in a couple of days. Gonna talk to you a little bit about that. But first, what I wanted to discuss with you is how you can increase your abundance and your money and your flow and do it in a space where you're really deeply spiritually connected. So we're gonna get into that in today's video. I got my drink of the day. Today is Zevia, black cherry. This stuff is amazing. No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and this one is caffeine free. So good. And like I said, we're up here in my Bliss Room. You know, this is kind of actually a really great place to start this video. Is this whole room is above our garage, so it's kind of like a little loft. It's got vaulted ceilings. It's really cool. And this is where I do all my coaching calls. And I have things behind me. The reason I shoot behind me is all these things remind me of being in my light. And that's a big part of growing your business. So we've got the flower of life. We've got Buddha over there, laughing Buddha, which I love that picture. There's salt lamps behind me. There's bonsais behind me. And they're growing new shoots. They're just like flourishing. I love them. And then crystals and like pictures of things I love. You know, and this is a really important part of being able to increase your abundance and make more money in your life is we do this from a space of flow and love. And so it's so important to have things either throughout your house or even if you can just one area of your house, one room that you can step in and feel really amazing and feel really powerful and feel, you know, like you're in your brilliance and your magnificence. And it's so important to do that. So if you don't have a room, if you don't have something like that, go and set something up. It's a really incredible feeling. So the reason I wanted to shoot this video for you is because pretty much everyone that I talk to, you know, if it's clients or if it's potential clients or people on social media, you guys all pretty much know what you want in your life. It may be a little vague. It may be like a 10,000 foot view. You might not know the specific next step that you need to take on a daily basis, but you know in general the things that you want to do, whether it's the fulfillment in your relationships or your travel or what you do for a living as a career or the places or what you want to experience or things you want to acquire, you probably know. And what I found with people is there's always sort of this fear that we're going to lose something, right? And when it comes to making more money, there seems to be with some people a big fear that they're going to lose the known of what they have. You know, one of my clients, Ursula, said this amazing quote to me, and I'm paraphrasing that none of us actually fear the unknown, because how could you fear something you don't know? We fear losing the known. And I think that's so beautiful because we plant these seeds inside our mind that, oh, here's the vision over here. But if I go out and do that and I create, you know, a business around my passion or I make more money doing what I love, then something is going to be taken from me. I'm going to lose something. And sometimes maybe for you, it's the fear of losing the connection you have, throughout your day or in meditation or going in nature, or the connection you have when you're around your family or your kids, or the connection around friends. And there's a fear that if you get really busy with business or you have to take on more responsibility, that you might lose that other connection in the other areas of your life. And so I want to focus on that area because it's a really common kind of cultural belief, right? And it's something I lived through for many, many years, and it really stopped me from creating the business I have today because I was so afraid of the responsibility, and I was so afraid of losing the small amount of time that I had to fuel myself up with meditation or reading or being in nature or just, you know, taking some time to myself. I was so afraid of losing that out of this thought that I get so busy I wouldn't have time for that, which is a complete lie. So here's what happens, and you may be doing this, okay, is you may be compartmentalizing your area of finance or career separate from your spiritual connection or separate from your family or separate from your health or your relationships. So the way the ego works is it compartmentalizes everything into different categories. So what we want to do is we want to see all of these categories as one spiritual journey, as one spiritual process. So if you think about this idea of you going out there and making more money and doing it from a space of deep spiritual connection, can you see that as a part of your spiritual journey? Can you see that as a part of your growth? The Zen proverb is, the obstacle is the path. So can you see your vision and where you want to go as a process and not a destination you're trying to arrive to? And can you see what you're about to step into as more of a calling to help people versus something that's going to take away from your current life? And if you do it from that space, a lot will open up for you from the universe, because you'll no longer start to identify yourself as separate from your career. You'll see every area of your life as just one. And from that space, it's very empowering, because you get to go, oh, there's really cool growth in this experience of making more money, and it has nothing to do with money. That's the really cool thing. It's just this experience of you, we could call it remembering who you are, or facing yourself. It's this experience of almost like a mirror of, am I willing to go there within myself? Am I willing to lean into my fear and experience something there that maybe I'm casting an illusion that I could lose this other thing over here, whatever that connection is. And from that space, you can take that connection that you have, whether it be with your family or whether it be with yourself, you can take that connection and venture into that journey of making more money and feel really deeply fulfilled, because you're not separating the two from each other. Okay? So if you see it from that space, it's really beautiful what will open up to you. And I'll give you a great example, because sometimes it's really hard to see it when you're in it. This is why I have a coach, right? So, we're going to San Diego for 7 days. Chris, you guys know that she loves Starbucks. She's my girlfriend. She loves Starbucks. And she said to me, I really want to be walking distance to a Starbucks. So we booked a hotel that is like really close, like just a couple 3-minute walk to a Starbucks. It's right along the ocean. It's beautiful. And for a long, long time I had a hard time investing money into a vacation. No problem investing money into a company event or a personal development training or a skill set training, because I felt like there was some sort of return on investment there. But for a vacation, it was like, oh my gosh, can I invest that into myself? Basically, am I worth that? Am I worth that? And so this was a huge thing for not only myself, but for Chris to go into that space. And what flipped for me over the last few months, because I did it before when we went to Sedona, is I went strictly for just pleasure. What flipped for me is not seeing the business or the personal pleasure life outside of the spiritual journey. It's all encompassing within one. And I know that by going to San Diego for 7 days and investing the money there into that trip, it is going to open up a whole new world for myself and Chris on how we can help other people in the world. And to me, it's like very intentional. It's like, great, let's go into that space and let's explore it. And so I share that with you because whatever you're going through right now, if it's, if you want to launch an ebook, or you want to get some coaching clients, or you want to, go out there and start a podcast, or you want to start group coaching, or do whatever it is you want, lean into that space. But also do it from a space of the intention of, this is part of my spiritual process. So it's not separate from it. And am I willing to face myself? Am I willing to, because this process is. It's just helping you remember what you are. The only reason that you wouldn't do it is because you're forgetting who you are. And you're living in this illusion of darkness, which kind of goes back to how I started this video with having all of this stuff behind me, which is just a representation of my light. So the more that we lean into that space, the more that we release this kind of illusion that I better stay where I am in the known because that's safe to me. And the more that we release that, the more we step into our light, the more we reclaim our brilliance and our power. And then from that space, we see the path and we see the spiritual journey in everything. And so there is a deep sense of fulfillment. Is it going to be easy? No, not always. Growth is not always easy. It's hard. It's challenging. That's why like the vast majority of society doesn't want to grow. We have a society that's addicted to numbing out their growth because it's too scary for a lot of people. But you, if you're watching this video, you're into personal development. You're into growth. So when it comes to making more money, you know what to do. You just got to lean into that space and start to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's where your growth happens, and see that as your spiritual path. And if you do, the whole universe, God, whatever you want to call it, it will support you through this process. You know, I've had, recently a couple clients that come to mind that are just absolutely crushing it. More than a couple. A bunch of my clients most recently are absolutely crushing it, and they really made a commitment to go out there. You know, one woman, she was making $1,600 a month. This last month in February, she made $16,000. You know, another woman had, 3 private clients. She went and personal trainer and got 13 private clients now. She added 10 private clients in like 2 to 3 weeks. So it's there for you. It's there for you if you want it. It doesn't take long, but you have to make the commitment and you have to decide that's what you want. And then the universe will support you from there. And from there, you sort of you ease into your spiritual journey and the growth. And you also start to see the money flow and the abundance flow to you. But you got it. What's the Martin Luther King quote? You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And that's the trust. I always tell you guys, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process, right? You know, I think it's beautiful. I'll go back, I'll say one last thing before I close out this video. You know, I love what I do. I'm very blessed that every single day I get to get up and do what I love and work with truly amazing people that I love. And, whether it's private clients or people in our masterclass, it's, it's taken me 1.5 years of building this coaching practice to get it to where it is today. And it's taken me 9 years of personal growth prior to that, of developing myself. So it's a journey, right? And, where I'm going and what I'm stepping into and what, we're creating with our clients and our tribe, it's amazing. And so whatever it is that you want to do, just make the choice to start today. Lean into that space, see it as your journey, see it as your path, and the universe will support you. If you have the right intentions of helping people from your heart and you focus on that, the money is just a byproduct of you helping people. So I hope this video helps you guys. If it did, share it, like it, comment, and I'll see you guys in San Diego next week. I'll get a video up for you guys. Make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll also put a link to a really free, great program that I have called the 7-Day Spiritual Money Flow Mini Course, which will absolutely help you in the area of changing some of your money beliefs to empowering ones. So I love you guys. Have a fantastic week.